Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be taking a look at the two players that I want to be at the Ludwig Invitational. Per your guys' request, we have 14 slots already filled of 16. We have Leo, DeBuzz, Light, Onin, Meister, Riddles, Sonics, Glutoni, Siski, Aquila, Shootone, Jadizel, Ferbs, and Spargo already confirmed to at least have been invited. Maybe some of them don't show up, but for the most part that are going to be the players there, as well as Bloom, T, Yoshidora, Proto, and EMAS being deconfirmed for being there. I'm not 100% sure Proto is going to be there. I think it's like a 90%. I'm pretty sure I heard it, but just in case I'm wrong, I have the question marks so people don't get mad at me. Now, I have chosen 9 players that I want to be at this event. Tweak, Kurama, Big D, Mia, Zamba, Osimo, Ouch, Mutace, and Cola, and I've segmented it into 3 categories. The first one is they have been doing extremely well recently, but just have nowhere near enough points. Then they have enough points and have been doing very well recently. And the third one is just, I really want to see these players here. And I guess we'll start with that one. So I have Ouch, Mutace, and Cola. And they've all been doing pretty decent lately. Cola did have a rough last 2 tournaments at Main Stage and Let's Make Moves Miami, but his run at Ludwig's was incredible, beating Zamba, DeBuzz, Riddles, Tweak, and MFA, only losing to Kurama and Onin, who are like 2 of the best players right now in the world. Like, they're both probably top 10. Like, Onin definitely is. Kurama's like at least skirting the edge there. He also got a 3rd at Summit. Like, his performances have been absolutely incredible lately. Even though he didn't do great at the last 2 tournaments, he's on his A game for sure, and it would be really nice to see him have another chance to compete again. Next up is Mutace, who we haven't seen since, I believe, Let's Make Moves Miami, where he had his really good run there, getting, I think, 3rd it was? Yeah, 3rd at Let's Make Moves Miami, beating Aquila and Riddles along the way, as well as a 5th at Bakehouse, beating Mars and Colorado. Lost Tech City, he gets a 13th, little not great there, and then he also has a pretty bad performance at Ludwig's. I think he went 0-3 there, which is, again, unfortunate. Shine, Rise and Grind, same thing, 25th at SmashCon, though he did DQ. Mutace is a very swingy player, but these last 2 tournaments, I guess excluding Ludwig's, have been pretty good, and then he also got, I think it was 3rd at Leota C with a lot of very good wins along the way. Yeah, I got 3rd there, beating Gact, Mr. R, and Passeriman, who are all incredible players. And Mutace is just someone like, Mutace is like, it's no surprise that I love watching Mutace. He's like 100% in my top 5 players to watch, just for sure. He has some of the most enjoyable movement in all of Ultimate. It's actually unreal, and he's such an amazing player, and I think he'd really thrive, because I feel like Mutace is one of those players that the better you are, the better he does against you. Like, he's expecting you to pick these good options, and he punishes them so perfectly. I think Mutace would just be, I mean, I just love watching Mutace. I really hope he's here, and let's get on to the next player. Now, it wouldn't be much of a proof block video if I didn't mention Ouch. Ouch is the GOAT, and I want him in this event so badly, and he's had a pretty good couple last tournaments. A 9th at main stage is pretty good, beating Kronos, Zamba, Jadizel, who is at the event, only losing to Tweak and Luis. Port Priority, a 13th there, is also incredible, beating Luis, beating JDV, only losing to Kameme and Yanni. Back in Blood, not a great performance, and then obviously we know his Gamma run was pretty good, and his Battle BC run was incredible, and he did get 9th at Summit, which is pretty impressive because, you know, it's Summit. So, Ouch isn't a player with, he's so fun to watch. He's just so sick, and I just love to see him there. I don't know. You guys know I have an Ouch bias. It'd be sick to see him there. Next up is going to be Zamba. And now we're getting to the part where it's like, okay, I have weighted the fact that they have Smash World Tour points as an important factor now, because these next 3 players have a lot of, or like at least a decent amount of points compared to some of the other ones. And the first one is Zamba. Zamba, even though he is, again, like Cola, the last 2 tournaments have been kind of rough. Like, 25th at main stage isn't great, and then 9th at Port Priority, or rather Apex, isn't that bad. Just like the losses aren't as great with Gact and Suarez. They're both amazing players in their own right, both PGR in the past, but they're not within that like top 50, or not, I was gonna say 50, top like 20 range. But still, he gets a 7th at Port Priority, a 5th at Let's Make Moves Miami, 9th at Ludwig Invitational is real good, beating Osimo, Aquila, Cola, and Light, or Aquila, Sonics, and Light. Like, those are a bunch of amazing wins. Zamba, he is just amazing, and the main reason I want to see him at this event is because Zamba, I feel like, was someone that he used to get gate capped a lot, or at least it feels like he used to get gate capped towards the earlier events, but now that's just not happening. Like at Ludwig's, he beat Light, Aquila, Sonics, Asimo. Like, he is starting to destroy, or not destroy, but beat these like top 10, 5 players barely consistently. He got over a little bit of a demon in Meister with Lucina, which is crazy. Like, he's so interesting, and I think it would be pretty cool to see if he can overcome more players at the Ludwig, or the Scuffed Invitational. Next up is Osimo, who kind of snuck up on me this season as one of the best players in the world. Osimo is unreal, and he plays Shotos like no one else. I feel like Osimo's Shoto style is fairly different from the rest, and I can't quite explain it. It's just like the way he moves is really weird. I feel like he has a different style of aggression. I feel like a lot of Shotos wait for you to come to them, and Osmo still does do that because like that's kind of how you play Shoto. But it's like it's different. I can't quite put my finger on it, and it's clearly working because he has been doing amazing recently. Leota C, he gets seventh place at Leota C, beating Siski, Flo, Shutone. Ludwig Invitational, he beats T, Send, Quandale. Like Wave, he gets third. He got fifth, I believe, at Wanted. Like he is such a sick player, and I think it'd be amazing to see him there. Plus, he has a bunch of points. Now, my next player is going to be Mia. Mia is number 11 in terms of points. So, like, if we're just going from a graph, like, straight down, he probably should be there. But also, you know, he's won 3 majors in a row, which is like, okay, that's insane. And then he got second at Meisuma as well. Like, he is so good. And he also made the craziest losers run in literally all of Smash. That's the longest losers run, I think, ever in Smash Ultimate. Maybe even in Smash in general. Like, this run is it's unreal. It's absolutely insane. Mia is such an interesting player, and I really want to see him in NA again, just because when we saw him at Apex, even though he played against a bunch of like insane players like Jackal, MPG, Quandale, Leon, like it's none of our top like 5 to 10 players. Well, Jackal honestly might be at least in contention for that top 10 spot in NA. He is very good, but it's like not your typical like your Onin, your Light, your Debuzz, your Riddles, like all those players that you're always seeing in those top 8s. And I think it'd be super sick. Leo as well, super sick to see Mia play against them, and we could have Mia Meister, which would be there'd be a lot on the line there. That could be super cool to watch. So I just really want to see Mia at this event, and I just think he'd do very well. Next up is going to be Big D. Big D is consistently getting 9th places and top 8s with Ice Climbers. He has 2 top 8s this season with these at Gommel and Main Stage, and 2 9th at Port Priority and Ludwig Invitational. The 9th at Ludwig's is insane, beating Light, Jackal, Riddles, Tweak. At Main Stage, he beats Light again, Apollo Kage, Kurama, Gacked, Mind. Like, Big D is winning these unwinnable matchups with Ice Climbers, which is always interesting to see. You know, it's like watching the low-tier player do well is always fun, but watching the low-tier player destroy top 10 players and consistently get these incredible placings it's an enigma. There is no one in the world doing it as well as Big D is. Like, there's a lot of low-tier mains doing very well right now. Big D is, I think, spearheading that charge. He is insane. He's been playing incredible lately, and I think seeing him at Ludwig's would just be super sick to watch because also his Ice Climbers is just super fun. Next up is going to be Kurama, someone that no one can stop talking about recently, and honestly, I don't blame him because I've been doing it too. Kurama has been doing incredible recently, 3 top 8s in a row, 2 of them being in the top 2 or top 3 as well. Second at Port Priority, beating Shutone, Anathema, MVD, Jared is King, Lemon, Capsize. Main Stage, he beats Desmona, Onin, Cola, Vendetta, Xavier. Third at Ludwig's, beating Shutone, Cola, Spargo, Glutoni, Zach Ray, T, and then he also beat Shutone at Crown, getting top 5 there, 7th at Riptide, and a 13th at Double Down. Out of the 6 majors he's been to this year, or this season rather, he has top 8'd 5 of them, and the other one he got 13th, and that was like one of the mega majors. Like, Kurama is someone that cannot be understated on how he's doing right now, and also he's just like super fun to watch. Like, the way he moves is very interesting. I feel like Kurama is playing Ultimate correctly. Like, there's a few players when you look at them, it's like, okay, they have it figured out, and Kurama is looking like one of those players right now. Everything he does is so purposeful. His tilts are all incredibly placed. His combos are unreal, and he's just an amazing player to watch, and it'd be super sick to see at Ludwig's. Now, the final player that we're going to mention before I get into my decision is going to be Tweak. Tweak has been a top player in Ultimate for a while now. I mean, he's been like top 5 in the world, I think, on every ranking except the last one, and he's absolutely unreal. Everyone knows he's amazing, but he's been a little bit shaky recently. He's kind of swinging up and down from time to time. We are on a super big upswing right now. 2nd at Main Stage, 1st at Port Priority, 7th at Let's Make Moves Miami, 13th at Ludwig being his weakest performance recently, 4th at Big House, 7th at Summit. Like, this is unreal. It's beating Spargo, Jazzo, Leo, Shattuck, Mutace, Zamba, Zenodo, Doorstop, Meister, Myron, Ken. Like Moves Miami, he beats Jackal, Teaser, Epic Gabe. Like, this is unreal. Like, Port Priority makes an insane run, beating Slushy, Loki, Nido Sharp, H4, Chronos, Justice, Anathema, Ken, Shutone, Kurama twice. He only loses to Spargo at Main Stage, still beating Big D, Kurama, Spargo again. Ouch. Or he didn't beat Kurama, but he beat Spargo, he beat Ouch, he beat Chag, he beat Enhanced PV. Tweak is a monster right now, and he he's just so fancy. I don't know how to describe it other than fancy. The way he moves is just like, wow, you are a distinguished gentleman. And it's like he doesn't care. He's throwing out these insane options. The way he moves with banana is unreal. The combos are just so crisp. They're so clean. Tweak's execution is flawless, and seeing him at the Scuffed Tour would just be insane. Now, as insane as this list is, I probably said that word 30 times because it really is. I can only pick two. And it hurts my heart that I have to not pick like literally all of these players, but I've whittled it down and I've tried my best to not be biased and I've tried my best to make it so the players that I pick would induce the highest level of competition. And I'm fairly confident that my two that I've chosen are the highest level of competition in Tweak and Mia. They have been doing incredible recently. Mia has a ton of points. He's won 3 majors in a row. Tweak has top 2 at the last 2 majors he's been to, and he didn't have much points, but like he's been doing amazing. And they both have such interesting stories. Mia, because like we haven't seen him against a lot of NA's top talent, and honestly some of the Japanese players that are at the Ludwig Invitational. God, I keep saying Ludwig Invitational, the Scuffed Tour as well. And then Tweak being on this like super hot streak. Will he be able to keep the momentum? Like it'd be super sick to see, and I really don't think I could wait like another month for him to like cool down before he starts going to stuff again. We need Sun God Tweak and we need Mia at the Scuffed World Tour, and I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If I didn't mention your favorite top player or didn't pick your favorite top player out of the 2 that I mentioned or the 9 that I mentioned earlier, please let me know down below. I'm very interested to see who you guys want in it. I will still be doing a video on like the predictions for the tournament coming up. I don't want to milk it too much, but you guys seem to really want this kind of video, and I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to sub, all that yada yada, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.